But speaking of something that either has or hasn't worked out, the NBA All-Star game. We've talked about this so many times on this podcast and about how these formats have either worked, didn't work, what we liked, what we didn't like, and they're changing the format again, Douglas. Adam Silver announced on, let's see, what was the podcast called? He announced on FS1's Breakfast Ball that the 2026 All-Star Game format will be USA versus the world. And, some of the NBA players are excited by this, and, others are kind of just, whatever.
Another All
You
Star.
know, Yep. So he said he's trying to. What he had said was the reason why he went with this is because of the way it went for the NHL this past year, basically. But again, NHL broke it down into countries a little bit more. So when it went a little bit more into depth, obviously you can't really do that. You don't have as many, But here's my issue with USA versus the world. Okay, there are NBA All Star spots in total if you divide it between the two teams, 12-man rosters, 24 spots. So you're going to tell me essentially now that 16 to 18 roster spots are going to be legitimate all-stars, and now we're going to be force-fed 6 to 8 people who probably shouldn't be all-stars to be all-stars just because we're going to have to fill out the rest of the world team.
That is exactly what's going to happen.
Like, that's my biggest issue is now we've got to be force fed again 6 to 8 people that any other year in any other all-star format is nowhere near an all-star, but because we have to fill out this roster and with this format, they're going to be labeled as an all-star. And that's really my biggest issue. I do like the fact of doing USA versus world because there will be a little bit of pride into it. It's still, USA, it won't, will you fix them being able to play hard throughout the whole game? Maybe not, but maybe there's enough there. Because I'm telling you, the world team is going to push them.
They're going to be stacked.
And they're stacked. If you looked at what the potential starting five for the world team is, it is going to be Shea, who just won MVP, Luka, who's one of the top 5 players in the world, Giannis, top 5 player in the world, Jokic, top 5 player in the world, and then Wemby. And we've seen Giannis, Wemby, maybe not so much Luka and Shea, but Giannis Wemby and Jokic at times get pissed off in the All-Star game of how it's going because nobody's playing hard and all that. That those guys are going to push them, and I think it's going to push the USA's pride a little bit of being like, we still have USA on our chest right now. We have to, we have to show something. And so I do like it from that aspect, but again, we're giving six spots probably to people that shouldn't get it.
Yeah, I think, this, like you said, it's stemming from the NHL going to that format. The problem with the difference is that I feel like the NHL has a little more history when it comes to the countries playing against each other.
Well, yeah, and it's not like basketball where USA has been so dominant over the last, there's not been one country really that's been just flat out dominant.
Right.
It's a diverse thing.
Well, I'm just thinking more back into in the late 80s in the Olympics, USA versus Russia, you know what I mean? There's a movie about it with Kurt Russell, whatever that heck that's called. So I think there's history with that with the countries playing like that. Basketball's not so much like that as much, but it's becoming that because your top players are now, like you mentioned, are all from everywhere but the U.S. So I agree with what you're saying. I think they're going to push the U.S. to try. We're not going to get blown out by these top players in the world. I mean, because if they don't try, they will. I mean,
and there's going to be guys on USA that that it'll probably be on the bench that probably won't ever play for the actual Olympic team. So this is their one chance to have USA on their chest to represent. Sure. So because if I'm looking at it, more than likely starting 5 for USA is probably going to look like Steph, Ant, KD, LeBron, and then Anthony Davis, Bam, something like that. But I mean, it's going to be in LeBron and them. That's going to be where the biggest test is going to be. It's going to be LeBron, KD, Steph. What is their mindset going in? Are they just going to treat it like an all-star game and listen, this is not Team USA. This is just an all-star game at the end of the day. It is what it is. Or do they legitimately go, hey, this is US, this still is USA across our chest. And again, I said this during the All-Star game last year. I feel like the driving force now then for this Team USA is going to have to be Ant. He's going to have to set the tone.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he's the future of it.
Like listen, in a game like that where you're playing against the starting five is 4 of the 5 best players in the world on the other side of the court. Listen, Ant, you want to make your case for face of the league, that might be your moment.
Yeah, that seems like it could be it for sure.
Set the tone, be the leader, don't go down without a fight. But we'll see. Again, I don't really have faith when it comes to NBA All-Star formats that it's going to work. I hope it works. I hope this is a solution. Now, is it probably realistically a long-term solution to the All-Star game? Probably not. I don't know how long this could be sustainable, but for, I would say, a 3-year window, 5-year window at max, maybe this could be a quick fix, but you got to figure something out because, again, the All-Star game is just such a bad product that if you're Adam Silver, you got to try anything. So I don't blame them for trying.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think at this point they are just trying different things, different formats to see what sticks. I think this is the best one they've had yet because I think it will bring more competition to it. But without incentive for these guys, I just don't. They should just go back to the normal format they did.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, yes. At this point, just go back to East versus West. Allow the players to wear their team's jersey, not an East and a West jersey, and let them play that way.
Yeah, and then let them put on a show.
Yeah, just listen, and that's really the thing. Listen, I really in an All-Star game when I say play hard, I really want to see you play hard for maybe 4 or 5 minutes. I don't want to see you, go all out like it's the NBA Finals for the whole game, but I would like to see stretches where, kind of like we saw with a long time ago, Tim Hardaway Jr. and Dion Waiters, but that was the rookie versus sophomore game. I need somebody to get mad that you just got scored on and go get yours back.
Right.
That's what I want to see. Even if it, and I do want to see, what spectacular dunk can you pull off, on a fast break. As much as we say that's, it's not fun to watch because you're not playing defense. If you're not going to play defense, then show me something. I don't want to see you not play defense and I'm watching Shea just get a wide open layup and it's just a layup.
Yeah.
Go try something. Go do something you wouldn't do in game and try it out. Play like you're at the park back home and you're just trying to show off, that's what I want to see.
In reality, I feel like, that's really what it should be. You earn the right. You've played your ass off until this point and you've earned the right to be an all-star. I think you deserve to have
fun.
Yeah. And show.
I want to see, like I said, Ant come off a screen with Wemby on him and say, fuck it, I'm taking him one-on-one to the bucket.
Yeah.
Block or not. Screw it.
Like Kobe and LeBron did.
Yeah. Go at it. That's what we want to see. And again, we're not asking for 48 minutes of play your hardest and we want to see, don't allow easy buckets or anything. No, but 4 to 5 minute stretches, definitely would like to see it. I want to see a little bit of competitiveness. I want to see you try something you would not try during game, stuff like that. So
I think we'll get some of that with this new format, just based on purely the competitive nature between the country piece, the aspect of it.